with 18 highly venomous spines that are extremely dangerous to humans. Needless to say, being very careful with the fillet job on this one. There are spines literally. Kyle!
I got you.
Come on. Well, see, this is our third time doing this joke, and apparently
Oh man, it gets funnier every time.
3 times is too much. Just sort of following down the backbone like we would any other fish. We've done before when it comes to lionfish. We're actually gonna torch the skin, but still keep the flesh completely raw, because we're turning this into sushi. Nice thin slices against the grain, just like this. It's a pretty small fillet, but should give us some decent pieces for sushi. Just very carefully assembling our perfect little pieces of nigiri sushi. Honestly, I really have no idea if you're supposed to be eating lionfish raw, but every time I've had it, it's been absolutely phenomenal, so I am very excited to see how this one turns out. There's a lionfish sound. I think really high quality fish is just so clean tasting when it's raw that it almost doesn't have any flavor. Crabs arrived in North America in the 1800s as stowaways on European merchant ships. They're voracious predators, reproduce rapidly, and aggressively destroy shellfish populations and other habitats, leading to $1 billion per year in losses. Apparently, these little crabs are extremely aggressive. Let's see how they taste. There's a lot of green crabs. Oh, hope you're hungry. They definitely have this greenish color on top. The coolest for me is look at that underside, that incredibly striking orange color on the belly. So apparently these things are sometimes eaten whole, but more commonly used in things like stocks or just other things that require a strong crab flavor because they are quite pungent. So that's sort of the inspiration behind today's dish. Bear with me, guys, because yes, we are making crab ice cream. Apparently, crab ice cream is a real thing at a restaurant in Osaka, Japan, so you already know we gotta give it a shot. With all of our normal ingredients added, this is where things start to get a little iffy. We're gonna add in a little bit of Old Bay, which goes incredibly well with crab. And from here, we go into our ice cream base with those invasive green crabs. I'm hoping they'll provide a savory, salty, and sort of umami flavor. But again, we're talking about ice cream, so I have no idea how this is actually gonna taste. This thing is definitely picking up some strong crab smells and flavors. But I feel like this actually might end up being pretty good. Now that we're fully infused, we'll strain out the ice cream base. It's crab ice cream right there. Really doesn't look that bad. It's taken on this yellowish, honestly almost green color. Let's get it in the fridge to cool down. And just like that, our crab cream is chilled. Let's turn it into ice cream. Getting that almost soft serve like crab ice cream texture. We'll of course top it off with a little fresh crab on top. Time to eat. Green crab. I feel like it's gonna be a little scurry, kind of like a...
I didn't think of that. I was thinking about how they might eat the food.
Maybe how they like use their little pincers.
That's a veteran move. Good prop choice, Sophia.
You might think this is stunt food, but it's actually here.
What are we gonna talk about?
It's gonna happen off camera.
What's gonna happen off camera?
Your skin wants spa level pamper. Your nose wants to go on vacation. Do both.
Ooh, for some reason I didn't think they'd actually be like running around. Oh, look at them go. Hey, get back here, buddy. Starting to get a little overwhelming here. Do they bite? Dude, I feel like it's a freaking insect invasion. Look at these guys go. I don't like these guys. I think we need to cook them. First step, let's get them outside for a quick bath. This is a super important step to get all that dirt and swampiness off the crawfish. Just take a look at how dirty the water is. And finally, it's time to cook. Start by adding in a whole bunch of the potatoes, the onions, a whole bunch of lemon, some whole cloves of garlic, at which point our crawfish are finally nice and clean. And now is the time we say thank you to our crawfish. Thank you, crawfish. Get this open, and in we go with the craws. And we'll let these cook. Okay, it's been a couple minutes, so we'll go in with the sausage. And finally, we go in with the corn. And now we'll cut the heat and let it soak to absorb all those flavors. It is smelling just absolutely incredible. Finally, should be done. I feel like this is the only suitable strategy here. We'll now remove our giant, wow, that turkey. It is easily the most authentic flavor you'll ever try, and we only made a very limited supply, so check it out at maxjerky.com. Use code INVASIVE25 for 25% off your entire order. We appreciate the support. All right, guys, who remembers what one of these crawfish sounds like? Not bad. I think it's more like this. It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a B for me.
What it means is crawfish is getting a very solid A tier. Next up, we have made it to wild boar. Wild boars, also known as feral hogs, were introduced to America in the 1500s by European settlers, and their population has exploded. Highly destructive, they tear up ecosystems, and their high reproduction rates cause a never-ending battle for farmers, leading to an estimated $2.5 billion in annual damages. And this right here is a wild boar. Very different than any pig I've ever cooked before. As you can see, it is extremely lean. It's almost like there's no meat on here. You can tell it is truly a wild invasive animal. Starting this off with a whole bunch of salt, because what we're attempting here is a traditional Hawaiian Kalua wild boar. They keep the seasonings extremely simple, but it's a very unique cooking process. I am extremely excited to see how this actually tastes, because from what I hear, these things are absolutely devastating for the environment, so if they taste good, it's a win-win. Now, the next critical component to our Hawaiian hog are these banana leaves. Now, they're not only gonna help keep our hog nice and juicy, but they're also gonna provide a beautiful earthy flavor. Now we go on with our feral hog. Now we're gonna act like Christmas came early and just wrap this bad boy up. As you can see, these leaves are extremely wet still, which is also gonna help trap in all that moisture and almost steam the hog. We'll get our little package all tied up, and we'll get this hog on the fire. Adding some dirt on the coals, just doing my best to simulate a true Hawaiian pig roast, though I clearly don't have the exact right setup here, but this dirt is hopefully gonna insulate and protect the meat from the fire while keeping all that moisture inside as it cooks. Well guys, it has been 5 hours and our hog should be done. Here, just uncovering our buried treasure. Oh boy, that looks very dark. Hope we didn't completely burn it. One thing I'll tell you for sure is it's still very hot in there. It's smoky. And we'll see if we can just kind of lift her out. And let's... Even though this thing is lean, it still looks pretty tender and full of moisture. Paired with a homemade Hawaiian pineapple barbecue sauce, it is finally time to eat. Welcome to Hawaii. What does a wild boar sound like? I'm gonna go with, it's like a little more of like a musky pig, right? Kind of like a
I think that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good.
Either way, welcome to Hawaii.
Isn't that where they wear like the coconut tops and stuff?
Big chicken energy. Now this is mega. Chunks of white meat chicken, triple coated and seasoned to perfection. Why dine out? The good stuff's in the freezer. Banquet Mega. Eat mega, spend less.
Feral pig.
Now that is a piece of meat. You can just taste some funk in there.
You can tell that this pig lived in the wild.
Yeah.
There's like an undertone of like musky something
A
going
little
on.
twang. I feel like the banana leaves kind of take away from the muskiness, but it's definitely got that wild animal flavor.
Dude, look at all those hairs on there.
Did we do it fully authentically like they do in Hawaii? Probably not, but I just feel like direct exposure to heat, giving it some crispiness, would have elevated this.
I think I gotta go like D. My initial bite was like a B, and then it all went downhill from there.
I totally agree. That is a D tier feral pig.